Cynthia asks Morgan whether Tony's words are lining up with his actions and that she has to be real careful about how a man treats you when he's angry because that is an indication of how your life is going to be with him. And that's real talk right there.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Ready to Love, season number 7, episode number 11.
But before we get into it, please like, please share, please subscribe. We appreciate and thank you, and we are grateful for your support of this channel. So let's get into it. We are coming off of Sue's elimination, and clearly Blake is the one to go, but he's going to take the punk way out. I'm just going to say it because I'm just gonna be real.
Huh.
He's on the chopping block and doesn't want to hear those slow words. You're not ready for love, so he decides to exit the scene of the crime, basically. And
Punk way out.
yeah, I think when did he become so special that he got to meet with Tommy to chop it up to see whether what his decision is? This makes no sense. Let the man stand there and take his what for and let him go about his business. What's the problem? I'm certain that will bring a whole lot of people joy just to see it happen.
Bugs Bunny used to ask Paul Pullman, how many lumps you want?
One or
I mean, looked like he wasn't trying to hear this, the smoke that Blake was blowing at him. He definitely wasn't trying to hear that. Spending the rest of the time at the getaway house. The ladies have the power this week to eliminate, and uh, like you said, that already took care of itself, shall we say?
pretty much.
Hmm.
And we see Andre interacting with Cynthia,
Yeah, he's
Cynthia
flirting hard with it.
flirting
What?
hard with her.
Oh goodness.
And he start off with saying he's a KFC guy. Cynthia is flirting back with him, and meanwhile Mercedes comes up to him, and Mercedes tells Anthony that although there may be a little something between them, she can't roll with him.
Yeah, Mercedes is basically uh, conveying to Anthony that she doesn't believe that she is going to be able to give him what he is actually looking for, and
Right, right.
she's not very
She,
happy about it.
she's not there yet
Right, right.
because he's looking for something a little more adult than she can give him right now.
Right. I thought that was kind of like an
I
honest
thought it was
approach.
fantastic. It's good that she has that awareness to know that and to convey it so well to him that he gets it and he compliments her because of her honesty. I like that vibe.
No, Anthony then, I guess, pursues his connection with Cynthia, and they hugging and kissing at the
Well,
poolside,
she
and
said he rose up out of the water. He gave her a kiss, and she made a promise to herself she's only gonna kiss the one. And she's already talking about wedding. And
how do we jump
I
from
don't
that
know
to
how
there?
to do it, but it is what it is. And Anthony clearly is feeling Cynthia and vice versa.
Morgan says she has concerns about Lyndon's career, but his lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
She plans, even after all of the drama has taken place, that she still plans on giving Tony another shot. That's her strongest connection.
Lyndon said to he's playing you. He's not a good guy. You need to move on.
Did I miss something, or did she just not? Did she just now say, "Hey, to this man, I'm going to give this other guy a chance, but I haven't made it any decision yet."
But not only that, she knows they're red flags. They're waving high, but she wants to ignore that to give him grace. Now, this is the problem I think a lot of women run into. The warning signs are there. You see every last one of them, but yet you keep on going. And you tell yourself, like Morgan told Cynthia, um, Tony has a heart. No, girl, he don't have your heart. It's called your puss. That's
Ooh.
what's talking to you. That's what giving you that heart energy. It's not your heart. It's coming from a different location. We need to
Oh,
start telling the truth. Your heart ain't got nothing to do with this. It's that vibration that's happening down there. They call it a whole lot of names. Miss
what?
Galore, Miss Everything, Sunshine. You know it. Don't try to okey doke us because, we're looking at you and we all know better than what you're laying down. Ain't your heart leading you to Tony? It's something else. I just want to make it plain, like my people usually say.
Oh, you made it plain. Trust me, you made it very plain.
Tommy sends an assignment for the cast to make scented candles that represents how the cast feels about connections.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony goes out to the porch trying to make a candle, and he almost set the lanai area on fire. So we see Morgan and
About the activity.
Lyndon in the room. Lyndon is playing pool, and Morgan comes in. She had on a fantastic dress, but it's not a dress that you wear in mixed company. You wear that kind of dress for your man, with your man rather than, in
In
mixed
that kind of
company.
in that kind of setting.
Because I mean, you want to secure the puss. Lynn told her that his feelings were hurt because he sensed that she was ignoring him during the day because of how Tony was reacting. And he asked her whether she made a decision. She said that she had not, but Lyndon is wise enough to recognize that yes, she had made the decision because she said she is giving Tony grace. So
In other words, she need to stop fronting.
yeah, pretty much.
That's
So
that's old school right there.
yeah. So she goes out now and to make a candle and she starts crying. So the drama with she's feeling the pressure. She starts crying because she wants some attention. I mean, she got on the dress and she wants the attention for the person she got the dress on for. Because Tony may seem a little harsh to me, but he's absolutely right. Morgan likes two men tussling over her.
Drama.
She likes it.
Well,
And
that
he likes drama
I
too.
was just getting ready to say that.
Both of them get together and they're ready to burn the house down. So, hey,
Mm.
if it works for them, that's fine. She starts crying and she goes into the room, and then Cynthia follows her. This is when Cynthia asks her whether Tony's actions are matching what he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
and that you got to be mindful of how a man treats you when he's angry, because that is the acid test. Tony goes into the kitchen, and Mercedes and Mark Antony are in the kitchen, and Mark Antony tells him that Morgan has been crying. So he goes to the room to check in on her. And the moment he comes in, how are you doing? And he started saying, really, that ego, masculine, ugly energy, really. And she says, why don't you come in the room to talk to me? And he said, no. And he just closed the
Close the
door.
door.
So when he goes out, he meets with Andre and he starts telling him that Morgan has been in a room for over 2 hours
Crying
crying
over
over
Lyndon.
Lyndon.
Right.
And he's not feeling that. He don't want to hear anything about that.
Yeah, and if she
And
really wants him, just go ahead and be with him and then
right,
he'll leave.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, this is the second time he sort of dismissed her. Remember, he said if Marcia rolled through, he would be a happy man. And
Uh,
bell rang to bring Tommy's instructions.
Right.
Thought that it was Marcia coming through
That
the
was
door.
wishful thinking on his part, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
And
it tells you how much this man is actually feeling Morgan, because he was gonna be happy if Marcia rolled through, so he can use Marcia to get back at Morgan. Both of them collect collateral damage. Both Lyndon and Marcia had she walked through the door, because this is all about the sexual energy between them
yes.
and them trying to do a fugazi on us. Because if they just said, "Yeah, we just want to smash," go smash all day long, and then some more.
Like you said, get a room.
Get a room.
Mhm.
We get it.
We
It's not
understand.
a big whoop.
Right. Just
But
go
don't
do
try to
you.
tell us that this man is a sincere person and you're matched with him. Because when the following day, when she asked him, like, okay, why should I choose you?
Yep.
He breaks down, oh, we have this spiritual connection. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna lead you. And I'm saying until Marcia shows up. That God that Morgan says she wants her man to be front and center, have a relationship with. I hope that same God starts speaking to her because right through here, he's already sending flashing red lights. Stop, stop. And she's not listening to any of his warnings.
Well, you know what's interesting about that? Life has a way and sending you warning signs of imminent danger
Danger,
ahead.
danger.
And even though she is chosen to bypass all those warning signs, there's going to be a point that she gets to on the road of this process that is not going to be pleasant for her in terms of an arrival at a destination point because she ignored all the signs
Live long enough and you will have to deal with consequences.
of your decisions.
Exactly.
And the one and one of those is, you know, coming to grips with, coming to terms with the warning signs that you chose to ignore, okay, but ran through anyway, like you said, just
It's
to
like a full bus.
mhm,
You're gone,
yep,
off to the races.
right.
And then sometimes it takes you years to recover from that
And sometimes,
consequence.
depending on
You
what scenario
don't.
it is, you never do. Yeah.
So I just hope that the sister really locks in and taps into the God of her salvation because she claimed she knows God
Mm-hmm.
and try to reel that all the way back. It's not gonna be easy.
No,
It's not
no.
gonna by any stretch of the imagination. And
Mm-hmm.
we get that.
Right.
But the same God who she talks about is gonna be gentle and kind enough to bring her back from that cliff that she's headed for.
You preaching?
Because he loves her just as much as he loves any one of us, even
Agreed.
those who don't claim him as theirs. He's kind enough and loving enough to send her more warnings. And at least that's what God did for me.
Mm.
And none of us are free from any kind of yuck. We've all been out there and we've all done some stuff. Mercedes meets with Mark Antony to make sure that he is anchored. But Mercedes and Mark
Okay.
Antony just want to have fun right now.
Mhm.
I mean, they have that sort of playful, youthful spirit vibe going on with them, and they're not where a serious relationship is to be had
Sure,
right now.
sure, sure.
So, they are who they are.
Yeah.
At least they're admitting it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we gotta go to Sister Jeffrey. When they were doing the candles,
Oh, you saw that, huh?
Sister Jeffrey was eyeballing Cynthia hard because Andre made her a candle and said that she was a beautiful spirit and he enjoyed her as a human being and he
Mm-hmm.
liked their connection.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Antony gave Mercedes a candle,
Mm.
and she said to herself, "Self, I'm watching Mark Antony's energy." She didn't call Mercedes by name. You know that catty thing that we women have. We don't want to say the person's name. We will say, "Look at that."
Yeah, it's
You
kind
know
of
what I
like
mean?
the
Nice, nasty kind of
right.
say her name. Her name is Mercedes. She's been rolling for 8 weeks now. But
Well, certainly
she
she would know it by now, right?
So Miss Jeffries is who she is. She reveals who she is, and that's about as much as I'm gonna talk about her right now.
Okay.
Because the moment she started talking about black men, I was done. My father is a black man. My two brothers are black men. You are a black man,
For sure.
and all my relatives and what have you. If you want a good black man in your life, you don't talk about him being a dog
Yeah,
or
you bit
trifling
right.
or all these things that she described, or leaving his family. Some of some black men leave their family, some black men are trifling, but not all of them.
Right.
They're good black men out there.
Yeah, and
And if you want one, you got to start saying who he is. He is strong. He is powerful.
and
He is successful.
and
He loves me. He cares for me. He provides for me. He is wise. He got wisdom at his feet. So that's what I say.
speak what you want and who you want into existence.
Exactly.
And not only that, too, if you're going to speak it, be it first, and you eventually,
That's
uh,
the part people forget.
right, you will eventually bring him to you.
Exactly. Because if you continue saying a black man is a dog, well, who do you want in your bed next to you?
Woof, woof, woof.
Be careful of what you manifest in your own home.
With what you say out of your mouth.
So we go to the elimination
Yeah,
process.
Tommy reconvenes
And
the ladies in the last
right,
ladies' lounge meeting.
Morgan recognized that she had a dilemma choosing between Lyndon and Tony, but it's not really a dilemma. It's a full drama thing they're trying to recreate.
That's what kind of scenario it is,
Yes,
for sure.
Tommy said that, didn't you say that Tony was a red flag? She ignored that. He brought it up. They go out on a date because she has a choice to make. And she meets with Lyndon
She does.
in some sort of bar, and
Right.
they're talking.
Mhm. They are. And the thing about it is she poses a question, an interesting question to him. And that is, is it possible that, or can you tell me if you can be the kind of man that I need,
Yeah.
moving forward?
She wants a provider, a man who loves God, somebody who can lead, someone who could take care of her, and she wants a family and kids. And he looked at her and he just said in his confession he doesn't know her. He doesn't know anything about her, so he can't say yes
Yeah, he
to
says
that
no, that
right
he really
now.
can't be that for her at this point in
Right,
time.
because that needs to be developed.
Right.
And she said that she's noticing him for the first time. He's revealing himself for the first time.
Right.
And she got teary eyed and for a good woman.
Right. You're gonna
But
make somebody a really good mate, husband.
to me, that is condescending.
Well, it
You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't necessarily.
Low key condescending.
Yeah, that's how I would describe it. It didn't sound authentic.
And of course, they got up and for dramatic effect because, you can hear the violence in the background.
The violins,
Yeah,
but
they kiss and then kiss again and then kiss again. And Brother Tony is going to be turned up when he sees that.
of course, for drama, for the drama participants,
That's
got to give them something to respond to or react to.
gonna have Marcy on speed dial. Hey, girl, can we hook up?
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how these two are
not the
gonna roll.
standby.
That's how these two are gonna
Mm,
roll
mm,
until they get it out of their system.
mm.
But I hope no one does damage before they get it out of their system. So, all I'm gonna say is be careful of red flags. Don't lie to yourself.
Red flags don't change their colors.
Thank you.
I do.
If we can learn from each other, if we can glean from each other, and what we can take, we take, and what we can't, we leave the rest. For anyone who can hear me, if you see a red flag in a man or vice versa, you don't need to walk with him.
Yeah, and
You don't need to give yourself to him.
even though you may be ready to lust
Yes,
and not ready to love, but ready to
yes.
lust,
And that is
don't
real.
don't do it.
D-
Don't do it.
Don't let yourself punk yourself.